So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in this.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Jordan Willis. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
16 yards on the play. It's now third down.
Set. 18 Gator.
Right there, 56. Let's go, D. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Get it.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, Delta.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's go. 56.
2nd and 2. And Walker with it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go.
Banjo, 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 banjo. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Now.
They'll run on first down. Walker, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
5.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Orbit.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. 56. Mike.
Looking to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cunningham, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On third down. Cunningham escaping the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready, set, 50. We got it.
On first down, it's Cunningham. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Right. 51, Mike, 51. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
He's taken down by Bobby Wagner. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 24-yard line.
Let's go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
On second down, here's Cunningham. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
We always talk about having...
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are back within a single score. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Yep.
On second down, it's Walker. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We want it. Come to my world. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Record. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Steps away to his left. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point from McManus is good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
49, check 49, check 49. 61, matchbox lights. Big river.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Cut, 18 Gator. Hey, Zoo.
Double. Hey, check. Mike 50. Watch the curl.
Now.
2nd and 14. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33.
Mike 54.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Ready?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Bring it. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike 56. Mike.
Hey, high 7.
It's our time. 56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
5.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Walker, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go, go.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
He'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 19 yards away. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Don't get nervous.
56. Mike, 56.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
26. Browns 21. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. Space to maneuver at the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First down, Cleveland.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's the fullback with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience?
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Second and inches at their 49-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Yes, yes.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Cleveland, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.